I'll give it a D as in dumb, as in dud, as in don't get it, as in what did you guys just say
Don't
about
pass.
D's?
Don't pass.
Don't pass. And I'm probably being gracious to this guy because I don't like him. I don't like the way he comes across. I don't like the way he treated Baker. I don't like the way he handled Shadur. I think he's smug. I think he's arrogant. I think he thinks he's always the smartest guy in the building and in the locker room, and he wants the credit more than the quarterback should get the credit. And his strongest attribute is, for a fact, he speaks fluent owner. He's very good talking to owners. He was great with Ziggy Wilf when he was the assistant head coach in Minnesota, and very good with Jimmy Haslam, talking ball with them, making them feel like an insider, that they're inside all the biggest decisions made by the organization. And in the end, I don't, he's not the right fit or the right flavor for this town and this team. That's the problem. And I think he'll work great with, if they want to break Kirk Cousins back, he's still under contract to him. He'll click with Kirk, but that's all. You know Kirk very well.
I do.
Stefanski's a great fit for Kirk.
Hello and welcome to another Sports Spin, where we take a sports story and we spin it. I'm Sun-EB7. Thank you for joining. So, you saw the video up at the front? Fireworks. Skip Bayless will always do that. Yeah, this is December guy. He will always do that. He's real. He says what it is, or at least what it is to him. And that's what's important. When you're saying what it is, if somebody try to discredit that, that's their own problem. You saying what it is to you. How the hell they know what it is to you? They might know what it is, but that's to them. Skip Bayless don't care. He gonna say what it is. I tell you what, I agree with what he said. I don't agree with how he said it, but I don't disagree. That's him. He says it however he wants to, but I wouldn't say it like that. I'm not into name calling. Unless you get personal, then I'll get personal. But until you get personal, I'm gonna hold on a certain amount of respect for everyone else. So if I think a guy's not good or trash or whatever they call it, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say he's not good. I'm not gonna call him trash, and I'm not gonna call him names like Westbrook and all that shit. I mean, it's funny, but Skip shouldn't do that. Now, should anybody get super mad? No, it's Skip Bayless. Nobody care. Skip Bayless is 175 years old. He ain't about to, it doesn't matter. He should be able to say what he wants. He done paid his dues. But at the same time, he knows his stuff. You know, Skip knows his stuff. Now, he ain't never played the game. What I'm talking about is he's been around reporting on this for years and years and years, right? And he knows a lot. He's seen a lot. So there's there's an amount of respect you have to have for him of what he knows. You will catch him wrong, but who you won't catch wrong? Everybody's gonna be wrong at some point. But you catch him wrong the least amount of times. And when he's wrong about something he predicted or something, he doesn't have to do it, but he does. He gets on his phone and he goes right to the internet and he tells everybody, I screwed this one up. I did not know he was like that. You know, there's got to be some level of respect for that. How many of the rest of them do that? You ever seen Stephen A. be wrong and get on there and do that? Nah, I'm just bringing up Stephen A. name because it's who everybody knows. I'm not just talking about him. I'm talking about anybody. When they're wrong, they're not getting on they're not coming online and go, man, I was wrong about that. Maybe there's a couple. There's probably a few. But I the one I know the most that does it is Skip. And so when he talks about things like this, it's kind of funny because he doesn't have to apologize. When you make a prediction, that's what it is, a prediction. If you're wrong, people can't come to you, you were wrong. So I'm going to predict something else next week. Hang out. So it doesn't mean Skip can tell the future, of course. He's just a guy to tell it like it is. And I can get with that because that's what I do as much as possible. And so he talked about the hiring and firing in Atlanta being suspicious. He talked about a lot of things in that. And there's a lot of people gonna not go along with him because, you know, he sounds like a conspiracy theorist. He's not. He sees something and he's gonna call it out. And that's the thing that unnerves people, is that he's got the guts to call it out. He's got the guts to say it before you know for sure. He says it. And that's a skill. That's a gift. Being able to say what it is before it happened and then see it happen, that's a gift. That's your ability to understand how something works before you actually see it. And that's something not to be ashamed of. You know, because people see and focus on what they want, you know. You know, it makes them feel better about themselves. Can you imagine if that had been the other way around and Shador and some guys got together and went to Atlanta and it looked all fishy? Everybody would be focusing on that and only that, right? But it's this guy. So it is what it is. Now, the coach they fired, that's what made it suspicious, because the coach was winning. They were finding their way. He was only his second or third season. That's about the time you start to learn, this is what I got, this is what we're going to do. Now the Falcons just broke up that rhythm to get Stefanski. Well, he gets to team up with his buddy who got the prank calling kids. So maybe they might win. I don't have to worry. I'm not watching them. I'll watch 2 games that Atlanta play. The Bucks and the Bucks. And that's only because of Baker Mayfield, because of what he said. And Baker Mayfield's an OU fan. I mean, an OU player. I got Baker. So I know he's going to play his heart out when he plays against him, because he's got something against him. And you always like to see that when there's some fire in there. And there's definitely going to be some fire in there. He told you he got rid of me like I was a piece of trash. Oh, yeah. When he get in that game, he coming in that game to prove a point over and over and over again. And think about it. The best players, you say anything to them, that's fuel. And it sounds like to me, that's what Baker got. Now, I'm going to love to see it. I told you I don't believe this coach is going to be that successful. Now, do I think he's a good coach? Yeah. But do I think he's a 2-time coach of the year? Hell no. I don't know where they got that from. But the players ain't voting. And furthermore, I think this is a opportune time. And this is the best opportunity for some things to come to light and for some things to take shape. And I'll leave it at that. I won't say what it is, but we'll watch it unfold. I ain't gonna predict nothing. I'm just gonna watch and see what happens. Right? Everybody's gonna be watching. I'm just not as critical as Skip. I wouldn't call him names. Stefanski, I wouldn't call him names. I don't have a disrespect for him. What he did, may have not been less than respectful, but he has the right to do what he want to do. So he did it. So you're gonna wish him well, whether he does well or not. If he doesn't do well, you're gonna say, well, what'd you think? And if he does well, you're gonna say, okay, good, great. That's it. So it was just something that Skip brought up, that he brought up really tough feelings about. I think a lot of people mirror that sentiment, but you know, this country, this is how it is. It is what it is. But anyway, I wanted to do this video right quick and share my thoughts about that, and also share the video where Skip Bayless decided to tell his point of view. And that's all I got for now. Thanks for joining. Hope you like, share, and subscribe. And take care. And just remember, this story has been spun.